Hey everybody, it's Friday, April 16th. Going to be camping out tonight and tomorrow night with Sam, who's going to come up here after work today. I got up here around noon. Not a lot of specific plans for the weekend, so we'll see what we end up doing. A couple people asked about this large gray tent that was in the back of the shot on the previous video. This is what it looks like on the inside, just a picnic table. Been a pretty good place to keep out of the wind and the rain over the winter. In the summer, I think probably won't get as much use, but it's still nice to have the option to sit at a table under some cover. I think I'm gonna hook up the GoPro onto a helmet and take you guys for a little tour on the trails that I cut in the previous video so that you can see what those look like. All right, so we're gonna be starting at camp and heading to the southeast for a start. This is the large oak tree that I cut up in the previous video. And obviously this is the temporary outhouse setup. This is a small clearing that I opened up with a brush mower just to have some open spaces if somebody wants to come camp, and we've got more people than are comfortable in the central area. This is getting to be near the northeast corner of the property, where I come onto the property off of the Forest Service Road. This is pretty close to the northwest corner of the property. This is a small area that I cleared out on the west side of the property, about halfway between the north and the south edge. This is going to be the location for a shed. this is about the midpoint on the south side of the property. I made a slight path back to the campsite, and then we're gonna go back to where we joined the main loop and cut back into camp. I don't have an exact distance on how far it is around the loop, but if I had to guess, it's probably about a third or 0.4 miles. I believe if I was on the property line the whole way around, it would be a half mile, and I'm well inside of the property line for most of the route. Almost forgot one of the most important steps. Cell coverage up here is kind of garbage, so I have a Spot, which is a satellite communication device. Can send text messages pretty easily with this. The cell phone coverage, it seems like about half the time you can get a text message out here, but then the other half of the time you get nothing. So usually Katie wants me to send her a message and just let her know that I made it up here without dying in a car wreck. It's not like she's gonna be able to do anything if I died in a car wreck, but you know, helps her sleep at night, so I guess I'll do that right now. Alright, so I'm going to get my tent set up. This weekend I brought up a tent made by a company called Tentsile. I believe this is the Stingray. It is the Stingray. It is kind of an interesting hammock style 3-person tent. I'll do a quick time lapse getting it set up, and then I'll kind of give you a little look around it so you can see what it's like. So as you may have seen while I was setting it up, there is a front entrance. So under the rainfly here, if I can do this one-handed, there is a zipper, so you can come at it from the front. But then what's kind of interesting is there's also an entrance through the center of the bottom. So you can actually just basically stand up and climb inside the tent. So on the inside, obviously here's the zipper on the front that I showed you just a second ago. And then there are 3 spots to sleep. So one would be here, another would be here, and then obviously the last one would be here. This tent is a little bit difficult to find a spot to set up because you need 3 trees that are basically in an equilateral triangle, which obviously does not occur all the time. But if you find a good spot to set it up, it is kind of, it's fun, it's different, and it works pretty well. Dinner on Friday night. We got some nachos in a Dutch oven. They're looking pretty delicious. We'll get back to you once we're done eating and let you know if they were. I'm sure they will be. This is the post nacho update. Nachos were a success.
It was a thing.
We're both quite full now.
It wasn't too bad.
It's 6:15 on Saturday, April 17th. Didn't get any video of putting it in, but Sam and I put up a gate.
And we finished the road.
Yeah, now there's a nice straight shot in. So, you know, you can get here and unlock it and undo the chain. And drive on in. That's how gates work.
Novel concept.
So now we're gonna do beer and fajitas. Overall, it was a pretty good day. I think it was in the 40s or 50s. Probably 50s.
Probably 50s with sun.
Like nice sunny, windy.
Perfect weather.
Not a bad day to be working outside. See you later. All in all, we had a pretty good weekend. I didn't get much video on Saturday or Sunday, but I did get some of this bacon frying. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.